Hi, I'm Lisa Michelle. I like creating content for new and aspiring entrepreneurs. And in this video, I'm talking to anyone who has tried to sell a book on Amazon KDP, but has had really bad results and you're wondering why, okay? I'm going to give you 5 tips on how you can sell more books on Amazon KDP and to probably explain why your books aren't selling. All right, so one of the things that you got to do is to make sure that your cover is professional looking. All right, I know we spend a lot of time on our interiors, making sure that everything is put together on the inside, but the cover's got to look good, right? You have to survive people who are scrolling through constantly. You've got to get them to stop at your book. And if your cover is not professional, no one's going to stop to look at it, right? No one's going to look and see what the inside looks like if the cover's not good. So if you're not a designer and you don't think that you can, create something that looks that professional, I would suggest you either hire maybe a contractor or someone from Fiverr or Upwork, or download one that's already done. And there are really nice covers on Vexels. So I'm just going to show you Vexels KDP covers. And some of them are here. And what you would do, now they don't offer you unlimited size options. That's the only thing. But let's say we wanted to create, I don't know, we just want to create a journal. Or how about this Halloween activity book, right? I want to do an activity book for kids that have a Halloween theme. All right. So I would just go here and download it. It's very simple. And then once it's in my computer, well, actually, let me go to BookBolt first. So I'm going to go to BookBolt. And right here, I've got my template for my cover. Okay, this is the right side. This is the back. And if you have any questions about BookBolt, I'll put a link right here to a tutorial that I have on BookBolt that'll show you how to get to this point. All right. But I'm in the BookBolt studio. And what I would do here is go over to this little icon here with the pictures, upload it, which I have already. Click on it. And it's already formatted to have a left, a back and a front page, right? And I selected 8.5 by 11. So all you just do is just drag it to make it fit. This is the spine, so you want to make sure everything is lined up properly. But if you don't know how to design a book yourself, don't risk missing out on sales because you don't want to spend a little bit of money on the cover, because that's going to bring your money in. All right, it's going to bring in traffic and people looking at your book. It's an attractive cover, so you're going to make sure it fits in the template and it shouldn't go over the lines that are there. But yeah, that's how easy was that. Now with this one that I uploaded, this is a PDF to go into BookBolt because I wasn't making any changes to the cover. But if I wanted to make changes to the cover, all I would do is just go back to the file that I downloaded from Vexels and then open up the version for Adobe Illustrator. Now I don't do Adobe because Adobe and I don't get along. But if you like working in Adobe and you're able to, reformat the book, you can use that opportunity to change the colors around or change the images. Let's see if I go up here, I can change the background, and just play around with it. I don't use Adobe, but I use Affinity Designer. So I would maybe try to use that if I wanted to change it around, but you can customize it if you want, as long as you use the right file. Okay. So that's the first thing. All right. Make sure your cover looks professional. No excuses. All right. So that's number 1. Number 2 is complete your descriptions. When you do your listing on KDP, I know you spend a lot of time on the interior and the cover. And by the time we get to the listing part, we just kind of want to call in, just say, look, buy the book. It's 8.5 by 11, 100 pages. They move on. But that's really your chance to try to sell someone on your book over someone else's. All right. So, put a little bit of thought into it. I'm just going to, click on one of these. And this number here is the BSR, the bestseller rank. And the closer that number is to 0, the better. So if it's 6,000 in Amazon, they're doing pretty good in terms of sales. All right. So I'm just going to click on that. And let's see. All right. So look at their description. right? They give you reasons to buy the book. Improve your happiness, mental health, mood, sleep, self-esteem. How is this journal different? It tells you how this book is different from other journals. This is a great description. Took a little bit of time, but it's worth it because this book is selling really well. And if I look on the inside, let's see what they got going on. They have food for thought, and they've got different prompts on the inside. So it's not something that you can't do. It's just having a nice cover, and they did their keyword research, I'm sure, and they also have a nice description. So just take your time and put nice things in a description, fill it out, sell people on your book, explain why it's better, and yeah, just take the extra few minutes to try to convince people to buy your product. All right, and number 3, you want to make sure you do better keyword research than just putting in gratitude journal. All right, that's what I did to get to this book. But if you put this in, you're going to get, like it says up here, over 10,000 results. So it's pretty hard to get yours on this first page with that many competitors coming up. So what I have here is the AMZ suggestion expander installed, so that when I put in the terms or the keyword gratitude journal, it gives me a lot of suggestions, words that I can put before gratitude journal and words that I can put after that'll help me niche down. So take your time and look for one of these that is selling well with less competition if you can. All right, so you may want to download this extension, Chrome extension, or just do it manually and then just put in, different words yourself. Like if I just start typing, even if I didn't have this Chrome extension, Amazon would show me other terms. You just wouldn't get this many. All right, gratitude journal. Let's see, I'm gonna try Teen Girl is probably still a lot. Gratitude journal and to-do list. Okay, so I mean that's over 1,000, but it's fewer. So once you narrowed it down, you want to look and see how many of these books are actually selling. Are people actually searching for that? And not just journals, but are people, I like to look for other books that I know are with KDP, right? I don't want to compete with, if every book is leather bound, I don't want to bother with that. Or like these types of organizers, I like to look and see whether or not there are other books where I know that they're selling with KDP. And the books that are selling with KDP, you see these BSRs are in the millions, so they've sold, but they're not selling as well as the ones that have a spiral binding. Right. So I wouldn't be too interested in this niche. So just make sure you do your keyword research. Don't just create a book that you think everyone will love and then put it out there. Look for books that people are buying that are in demand before you spend your time, creating one. All right. So just definitely make sure you improve your keyword research. All right. The next thing is make sure you promote your book. Amazon, yes, they've got millions of people coming to their site, but you still do not want to just rely on that. If you don't want to do paid ads, consider doing promotional A+ content. And if you're not familiar with that, if you are a KDP publisher, you can create graphics like this that will be shown underneath your book. And it's just another way to draw attention to it. So if you haven't taken the time to do this, you can create these in Canva because they give you the measurements on how to do these. So, think about promoting your book with images and text that give people a little bit more information about your book. Maybe you can have a picture of you holding it, or if it's a journal, showing you filling out the book or something like that. But anything that'll just draw more attention to your book. And if you don't want to run an ad, then take the time to create at least one of these graphics after your book, because it just gives people more insight into the book without them having to actually buy it. They can see what it looks like inside, and they can imagine what it would be like if they had it themselves. All right, so definitely promote the book. All right, and before I get to the last one, I want you to stay until the end because I want to share a niche with you that I kind of stumbled upon that I'm pretty sure you probably haven't considered creating books for. So stay until the end and I'll share that with you. All right, but number 5, one thing you want to do is compare your, well, not compare, but you want to look at the competition and use their feedback to your advantage. All right, so all these books have like 4.5 stars. Well, those are sponsors, so I don't want to click on it. Yeah, a lot of them have 4.5 stars. So if I click on this one's doing really well. If I click on this one and then go down to the reviews, see they've got their A+ content there. 509 ratings. Look and see what other people are saying. Keeps the focus on the positive. I love a good floppy journal with thick paper. We can't control the paper quality. The prompts are exactly what I was looking for. So if you're doing a gratitude journal, you may want to keep in mind if a lot of people are mentioning that they really like the prompts. So if you have a journal with no prompts, maybe think about adding some of those. Good value for the price. Okay, so the price is $4.49. A lot of these journals are $5.99 or $6.99. So maybe that price point is something that you can factor in as well. So you just want to look and see what people are saying about the book. Sometimes there's criticism and you want to make sure you avoid, whatever it is that they're complaining about, so you don't run into the same problem. All right, so use your competition to help you out. Let's see, this one says these journals were a great price, but they didn't show a picture of the inside in the listing. The pages have printed questions to answer. I just wanted blank pages, right? So you can't please everybody. One person was happy with the prompts, one person preferred a blank journal. So all that means is I would create maybe similar journals, one with prompts and one without. Try to make sure that you capture everyone who's interested in buying these journals. Very simple, same questions repeated daily. So, right, something else to think about. Maybe do different questions instead of having the same questions every day. But that's just another way to do research, just to read other people's reviews, okay? So now, I promised you this other niche, and it's for gastric sleeve journals. This one is for women. But I was actually looking up water intake journals, and I stumbled upon gastric sleeve journals and bariatric weight loss planners. So, I don't know. They're doing well. They're selling well, at least the ones that have the covers. This one doesn't really have a cover, I don't think. Unless that is the cover. It just looks like the actual page. But yeah, something I would have never thought of. But if you're interested in creating gastric sleeve journals, yeah, I don't know what will go on the inside, but you can create an interior yourself using Canva. Get yourself a nice cover and try it out. What do you have to lose? All right, so that's it. So those are my 5 tips to help you sell more on Amazon KDP. Let me know just in the comments what you're struggling with. If you're selling books on Amazon KDP and you're not selling as many books as you had hoped, let me know what you think is your biggest barrier to really breaking through with your journals. Let me know what the struggles are. And please don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate you subscribing and supporting the channel. So thank you to you. And yep, until next time, peace.